That's Football. We are live, and we are live on That's Football, and it's Tottenham versus Bayern Munich. I've cut it a little bit fine tonight. So apologies for not being quite right with the time, but looking at that, Bayern Munich team looks very good. Coutinho's playing as well, which is going to be very, very interesting. Harry Kane obviously playing for Spurs. But how are you all doing? How are you feeling about this game? I think that this is going to be a very interesting game. In fact, I'll tell you, there's some weird stuff going on with Spurs at the moment, isn't there? Weird stuff going on with Spurs and how they're doing at the moment. I don't really understand it, if I'm totally honest, as to what is going on. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Let's see how we get on. Nathan Muir is joining from the United Stand. Yeah, we were just live on the United Stand talking about the situation, so we'll certainly be kicking in with that very, very soon as well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to this channel. We're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers, and also if you are new, please do, if you're already subscribed, please do pop the share button on. The game has kicked off. Dele Alli with another crap pass. Who's worse, Dele Alli or Jesse Lingard? Who's the most hyped player? Because I just think they're both absolutely pants, aren't they? But we've just kicked off. I'm just about to start the timer for you. So let me hit set 30 seconds and then we'll do it. There we go. We're up and running. And the timer's up on the screen. Happy days. And we've got a super chat coming in very early from Zayn Mayassi. Where were you on the United Stand? He says, Mark, Arsenal and United are so boring to watch. Rashford is a squad player at best. Hey, mate, I'm not going to disagree with you with that. We're just talking about Manchester United, and I don't think that point in the bigger scheme of things is bad for Arsenal, because we've got to go to the Emirates. So you beat us at the Emirates, don't you? The advantage, what a lot of people don't want to talk about, is if there's any chance of United getting top 4 this season, which is meant to be the expectation. Well, we've just lost 2 points to Spurs. So it's not Spurs, Arsenal, and if they beat us at the Emirates, then they spin it around quite comfortably, don't they? So you can look at it in a number of ways. That's for certain. But I'm just going to go through the team news for you now. But actually, Spurs could be 1-0 down. What a save by Lloris, and that was a great chance. He was running through. Was it Gnabry? I think it was. Spurs stretch there. There was a bit of a stumble by Alderweireld, and he got his shot off, and Lloris made a good save. I tell you what, Real Madrid are having a right torrid time, aren't they? They've drawn 2-2 with Club Brugge. But let's have a look at these lineups here. So it was Gnabry with the shot, and Lloris, it was sort of straight at him, to be fair, punching it away. So Bayern Munich lining up with Neuer, Pavard, Boateng, Sully, Alaba, Kimmich, Tolisso, Gnabry, Coutinho, Koeman and Lewandowski. Very, very good team. Thiago on the bench, Perisic on the bench, Muller on the bench. They've got a very, very good team. Spurs lining up with Lloris, Aurier, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Rose, Winks, Ndembele and Sissoko and Dele Alli with Son and Kane. Good team. And on the bench, Lucas Moura's on the bench, Eriksen's on the bench, Lamella's on the bench, Ben Davies on the bench. I don't know where Lo Celso is, and I presume that Ryan Sessegnon's not fit yet. So Spurs bought really, really well, but I think when Spurs buy well, it doesn't tend to go that well. But loads of football tonight as well, so keep your eye on it. Mark, English players are hyped and boring to watch. I wasn't on last night, as it seems I'm blocked on United Stand, says Zane. Right. We'll have to take a look at that. I'll be having a word with the mods about that then. But yeah, certainly not a decision made by us. But another lovely ball over the top again. And they've got it clear, but an ominous start for Bayern Munich. This an ominous start for Spurs. This not started off very well, and for Bayern Munich it has. And I tell you what, I always say this: I don't really ever get to watch Bayern Munich till about March in the Champions League, because I don't really have any inclination to watch the German league. So it's nice to get to watch Bayern Munich this side of Christmas, and so far so good. Been very impressed with it. Harry Kane fouling Gnabry there, the ex-Arsenal player. So, which way are we going for this? With this game tonight, then? I haven't even thought. I'm going to go Bayern Munich to win 2-0. I just think Spurs are struggling at the moment. There's something going on at Spurs. It's funny. I got a message today from somebody who said that Spurs won't give Vertonghen a new contract because he slept with Eriksen's wife, and Eriksen's mind is off football at the moment, and Pochettino wants to leave for Real Madrid with Son and Eriksen. And I just thought, what a load of crap that is. And then you see tonight Vertonghen's actually starting, so it's clearly not true. But there is something going on at Spurs at the moment. I don't think it's anything as sinister as wife swapping, but I do sort of think that Pochettino probably wants to move. But it's interesting, isn't it, that that Spurs look more inconsistent than ever. They do. George Groves Ramos says Son was just in there. Actually, Son was in down the left. Let's watch this back. It's a good save by Manuel Neuer. Nice little slipped pass through. He beats the offside trap. Son. I think he should be scoring this. Yeah, he should score. Goes for the feet, and Neuer gets his feet sorted nicely. Not a good connection by Son, to be honest. George Ramos, Mark, do you think both teams will score? I put it on a bet. Also, I predict United will finish below 10th in the league in May. Just a shame we are crap. I mean, we'll carry on with that. I just don't think, and I think it's going to be 2-0 to Bayern. I've already given you my scoreline. I just don't think how anybody can think. I know sensationalism. Mark Bayern are going to smash Spurs. London is red, says Zane Miassi. I just do not think Manchester United will finish any lower than 7th. Because if you look at the teams that are above Man United at the moment, you've got Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, West Ham, and yeah, that would be it, wouldn't it? Because then you've got Leicester and everybody else. So Bournemouth aren't going to stay consistent, West Ham aren't going to stay consistent, and Crystal Palace are probably going to drop a lot of points. Who is going to have the consistency to go above Manchester United? And I don't think United are going to be consistent, but I think they'll be good enough to get 7th. So that's what I'm expecting, and that will probably keep him in a job 7th. How was your day, says Freddie Mercury? Not too bad. I enjoyed the FIFA on here earlier on. I think that was good. I hope you did as well. Big decisions got to be made. I think we're just going to have to continue with the Ultimate Team for now, because career mode on FIFA 20 is broken. And it's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. But yeah, other than that, good. I hope you've all had a good day as well. Tuesday's normally a bit of a bad day for me, but it's gone all right. Mark, shout out. You be covering United Youth in the EFL Trophy. It says Photo Loco Capture. Wouldn't have thought so. And how is the match so far, says Javine Martin. Very, very good. Very good. There's a good pace to it, which is always good to see. And Spurs are moving the ball, have got a little bit of confidence to their game now. Again, that's good to see. I like Spurs with Son and Kane in the team. And Son's sprung the offside trap again there and falls over. Oh, Son, that would have been a great opportunity there. He's laughing about it. Why, I fell over in a big Champions League game. I'm going to have a laugh about it. Haaland against Van Dijk tomorrow, going to be mad, says Joshua Kane. Yeah, I don't know what game to do tomorrow night. I might skip it, because AZ Alkmaar versus United's a 6 o'clock. Oh yeah, I must remind everybody. Should have said it on the United stand. AZ Alkmaar versus United's is a 6 o'clock kickoff on Thursday. Play online seasons on FIFA, says Mocha. Is that not the same as Ultimate Team? Or do you just play as United doing that? I agree with you when you said that you don't think Ollie rates Fred, says Abdullah. No, I think the evidence is there. And going back to Solskjaer just very, very quickly, because I know everyone's got an opinion on it. I'm Ollie in, but he's going to have to change what he's doing very, very quickly. I don't think the story's been written yet, and there's still time for him to change. But if he doesn't change, he will get the sack. That's what I would say. And you cannot keep picking Jesse Lingard. You just can't. He's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. That's football. Did you see Cortez getting subbed off versus Bruges, says Rahul? I didn't. I've only just seen the scoreline, to be honest with you. So, I mean, what's going on with Real Madrid? Mourinho could be back in a job sooner than you think. Ultra 67. I've got the AZ Alkmaar United preview tomorrow, but they're a very good team, Alkmaar. Mark, if you don't want Rodgers at United, we will take him at Arsenal. He's done a great job at Leicester, says Zane Miassi. I don't think United would take Brendan Rodgers because he managed Liverpool, so I can't ever see that happening, to be honest with you. I think the writing is on the wall, says George Carl. It may well be, but it doesn't mean it can't be removed, if you know what I mean. Aurier was really late on Nabry there, you know. And you can go through if you want, you know. What are you looking for? Oh, I don't know. Oh, unless... Ta-da! Is Son, and he can't get it across for Kane, and Kane's there going, pass it me, but he's done his best to try and pass it you to Mr. Harry Kane. Real Madrid without Ronaldo are crap, Iller United. I'll tell you what though, you know, I saw a good article today on the BBC today about, you know, for people who like stats, Messi and Ronaldo have never had such a low scoring start to a season in the last however many years, and they were basically saying, are we now seeing the decline of Ronaldo and Messi? I'm not so sure. I mean, I think we are, because age is catching up there. It's so sad. It's really sad to think that, you know. I've been saying this for years. At some point, we're going to see their powers are going to start to dwindle. And that's going to be really sad, because then you're going to realise just how amazing they are. And I saw them saying, well, who's the next one? And they were on about Mbappe. And I was like, you're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. He's playing in the wrong league for a start, Mbappe. Good cross there. Alderweireld cuts it out for a corner. But Mbappe, as good as he is, you're talking about Messi and Ronaldo here. Like, the whole point of Messi and Ronaldo is there's nobody anywhere near. Like, Neymar's a very good footballer, but he's nowhere near what they are. They are universal talents. They're not earthly talents. They're from another dimension. So it's going to be very sad. And I don't think there's anybody in world football at the moment. Lewandowski was offside. There's anybody in the world football at the moment that can get anywhere near those two players. And Robert Fraser's right. Messi has been injured and hasn't played as much. George Osp. It's not my article, by the way. It's not my article. So stop laughing at me. There's an article on the BBC website saying all this. So I didn't write the article, but it got, as I said, if you listen to me, I said it got me thinking, are we starting to see the end of them? Messi, I think, is still a little bit younger than Ronaldo, so and his game isn't so dependent on pace. So he's played it on here. Into Son, get your shot off. 1-0! Well, that is controversial. That is controversial, because there seemed to be a foul on the Bayern Munich player, but the referee quite clearly said, play it on, and that's in the back of the net. Mark, you took Owen, who was Liverpool, says Zayn Miassi. Yeah, we didn't want him, but it's 1-0, and the referee is shoving them away. I wonder if they'll VAR it, because in Europe they do actually VAR stuff, but the referee actually saw the foul and didn't want anything to do with it. Well, it didn't look like much from Dele Alli anyway, but that finish from Sonaldo is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I tell you what, if you think that if there is one player, I know he's a B-Tech version of Ronaldo, but a B-Tech version of Ronaldo is still one of the best players in the world, isn't he? Great save, great shot. Neuer can't do much about it. It's low and hard in the bottom corner. That's how they like it. And Sonaldo makes it 1-0 to Spurs. And that's a very, very good start in those situations. To be honest, I don't think it was a foul anyway. I think Tolisso makes a right tosser of it. And it's 1-0 to Spurs. Sonaldo, great goal, says Sanos. Good start to the game as well. Please subscribe if you're new. We're going to try and get to 93,000 subscribers today. The subscriber count changes every 100. So please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and share it if you are already subscribed. You can share it on Twitter and Facebook. But a great start for Arsenal. Not such a great start for Arsenal. They'll be jealous that they're in the Champions League and they're not. And a good start by Spurs. But it is end to end. And I think there's going to be more goals in this. Lovely finish by Son, though. Really, really enjoyed that. I'm going to update the score for you as well. You're making me work. You're making me work. But I suspect that's not the only goal mouth action we're going to see today. But defensively, I've got to be honest with you and say they don't look that good at the back, do they? Bayern Munich. There's a few times that Spurs have sprung that offside trap. And for a team that wants to go deep into the Champions League and try and win it, not with that defence, imagine what a team like City or Liverpool will do to it. And on that subject, I can't see anybody else other than a Premier League. It could even be a Premier League final again. I think the Premier League will be Champions League winners again. And, you know, is it going to be Liverpool's year again, or will it be City's first ever? I just don't think, from what I've seen across Europe, I don't see anybody really looking good enough. But here's Bayern Munich on the attack. They look good going forward. Lewandowski, why didn't he hit it first time? And they've cleared it. I think he should have hit that on the volley. Good shot. What a goal. What a goal. Kimmich. Absolute banger. Absolute banger this is. 1-1. You've got to say that it probably is a fair scoreline because they've had as many chances as Spurs have had. And that's an absolute banger. We need to see it again. It drops to Kimmich. I thought Lewandowski could have hit it when it came to him in the box, but it finds its way to Kimmich. And boy, oh boy, does he hit it. It comes away, edge of the box. Kimmich takes it down. I think he skins Dembele. And what a shot from the edge of the box. Got to do better there, Dembele. I know he's a new signing, but he's got to do better there, folks. He's got to do better there. Lloris can't get anywhere near it. And if you thought Son's goal was good, that was good. That was very, very good. And it's 1-1. And I'll update the score for you now. I didn't even get to put 1-0 to Spurs. But it's definitely 1-1 now. So we've got a good game on our hands here. Mark, could you imagine Real going to the Europa League, manager sacked, and we watch them match them with Mourinho as manager, says Toby. I tell you what, stranger things could happen. We'll have a look at that in a bit. But this game's very, very good. It's 1-1, and we've had two very good goals. Son for Spurs and Kimmich for Bayern Munich. And we've only had 16 minutes, and it's been very entertaining. I think we've definitely picked the right game tonight. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's football. Everybody's welcome. And smash a like on the video. Juventus are 1-0 up. Sam Altair says, United Arena showed how United shouldn't use a 4-2-3-1 because they don't have a good number 10. Then they mentioned how Lingard has 6G/4A in his last 62 games. Sam, I don't need United Arena to tell me that Lingard's shit and we shouldn't play a 4-2-3-1. I think everybody knows that. It's not rocket science. Higuain has scored for Juventus. Kimmich can play wherever he likes, as Chris Pope. He's a very good player, Kimmich. And just see how far we, as in United, are from these teams, says Sebastian Spahera. Yes, but Harry Kane's in here. Oh, I tell you what, he rounded the keeper, but the defender was there to clear it. And fair play to Neuer, but the defences are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Great game, but the defending is awful. Back in again, Dele Alli. I mean, how many... he's crap, Dele Alli there. Gets the ball in the box, decides to do some drag backs and does about 4 touches. He just ain't good enough, is he? He just is not good enough. But it's good run into the box here. Stand it up. And another corner. I tell you what, there's going to be more goals in this game. There will be more goals in this game. I tell you that for free. There's no doubt about it, in fact. There's going to be more goals in this game, fellas and ladies, without a shadow of a doubt. Corner comes in for an Dembele. Crap. You could say that Dembele was at fault for that goal, by the way. Here's Son. Skips past one. Shoots. And Neuer has to... Well, he catches it. He does make the save. So Juventus are 1-0 up against Bayer Leverkusen. City are still 0-0 with Dinamo Zagreb. And that's the only goals in that. But I must also tell you that there is a full championship set of games tonight as well. And Fulham are beating Reading 1-0. No goals in any of the other games. But there is an interesting bit of context here that West Brom are away to Leeds. West Brom are first and Leeds are fourth. So that's an interesting one to keep your eye on. See how that goes. Anyhow, we come back to the live comments. Zane says, come on Bayern, beat the team that has no history or style. Well, neither North London clubs won the European Cup, have they? If we're being factual. Here's a good run by Kingsley Coman. Good cross. Corner to Bayern. It really is end to end. It's good. I don't care how you pronounce Neuer. Don't tell me how to pronounce names, because I'll just purposely do it the other way just to wind people up. But he's done well so far, Manuel Neuer. Coutinho on the corner for Bayern Munich. Whips it in. It's up to the back stick. And it'll be another corner as well. Hello Mark and chat, how are you today, says Jam. We're alright, we're jamming now. Mark, thoughts on Allegri replacing Solskjaer, says Yee. I think people need to forget about Solskjaer being replaced, if I'm absolutely honest with you. I just don't see it happening anytime in the immediate future. So you can think long term about who your manager might be, but at the moment it's not coming in quick. Right. End to end. And it's Spurs on the attack now. And it's a corner, another corner. I mean, it just really is end to end at the moment. Right. Coutinho is playing CAM. Yep. Cross comes in. Cleared by Bayern Munich. And Spurs will pick it up again. What position do Spurs need to improve on, says E. Bauman. I think that's a really interesting comment, actually. Zane saying, come on, Bayern. How do you improve Spurs? Because 1 to 11, they're a decent team. You know, they've got a good back four. They've got loads of midfield options. You've got Kane, who scores loads of goals. You've got Son. I just personally don't like the way Spurs play. They don't really play with width. It's all through the middle, isn't it? I know they've got fullbacks and they can get forward, but it's very central. Son and Kane through the middle. You've obviously got Winks and Sissoko, Ndembele and Dele Alli. It's all very central. I just play in a different way, if I was honest with you. And foul here by Spurs on Coutinho. Pochettino's not very happy. Liverpool journos are saying they are looking into buying Maddison or Coutinho back, says Bodak Jade. Well, Maddison's very good on FIFA 20 if you want to buy him an ultimate team, but I think he'll leave Leicester in the summer. But it's a long way till next summer, isn't it? And good, what a tackle that is. And there should be a yellow card there. It's a critical foul by Gnabry, stopping Harry Winks sort of getting at their defence. So, good decision by the referee there. Yes, Forest are playing Blackburn tonight. In fact, if Forest win, they'll go top of the league. Well, they could go, but if West Brom win, they'll be top of the league. But Forest are in third. Yeah, only fact they were top when I saw it at the weekend. But did you realise the new Rambo film? You should get Stallone to give a pep talk to the players. Zane, you've lost it again. You've lost it again. Nice little ball into Dele Alli there. Ugh. He's atrocious, Dele Alli. He gets the ball in the box there. His first touch is quite good. There's a clear volley on. He doesn't take it and then tries to play a pass and gives it to the opposition. He is crap, Dele Alli, isn't he? I mean, he might score tonight, but I think he's proper crap. Proper crap. Leeds are winning 1-0 against West Brom, says Deepak. And Thiago's on the bench, Hippodrome. Akash says, what position would United need to be in for Ollie to get the sack? Well, wait a minute, because Aurier's in here. Cut back, that should be 2. Oh, what a save. Ndembele's got to score that. Aurier has cut it back across the edge of the box. He's striding onto it, level with the penalty spot. Nobody anywhere near him. You can smash your foot through it or you can place it. And basically, he's tried to place it and Neuer's made the save. But the ball's too close to the goalkeeper there. Too close to the goalkeeper. Brandon Duffy says, what a save. It was a good save, but I think Ndembele should have made it far, far more difficult. But I can't believe how bad the defences are in this game. Absolutely terrible. Bayern are so open, says Sishan Sagir. Like a hooker on holiday. Wide open. And Delhi is pals with Jesse and Rashi. Makes you think, says Marky. Too much too soon. You know, Dele Alli's another one of those players who's like, you know, he's got a very good social media profile, hasn't he? Harry Kane battling his way here. Still on the edge of the box, though. And he wins a free kick on the edge of the box. This is probably where they wish they had... I nearly said this is where they wish they had Sven-Göran Eriksson. Imagine Sven-Göran Eriksson on a free kick on the edge of the box. Christian Eriksen is what I meant. Jesse Alley says... yeah. Callum Leslie, I'm going to have to nick that as a tweet. I'm sorry. I'm going to. I think it might do quite well. I'd like to give you a shout out for the tweet, but it takes away from the brilliance of it. Who is the better team? I can't watch the game, says Jam. Very, very equal. I'd say Spurs are actually shading it at the moment. Mark, swap Pepe for Harry, says Zayn Mayassi. Swap Pepe for Harry? Harry who? I never liked Dele Alli for me. Not a player I need to play cricket, says United. Let's see who's going to take the free. Well, it's Harry Kane, which to me... This is a bit like Rashford on free kicks. You know, he's pulling rank, and I think Harry Kane is a very selfish player, and I get it because he scores a lot of goals. But for me, this is not a Harry Kane area to take a free kick. It should be Son or someone like that with a bit of technique. He's just going to blast it like Rashford does. I don't think Harry Kane should be on this, to be honest with you. Over the bar, yeah, he ain't got the technique. He's not a good free kick taker. I don't know why he takes free kicks. So half an hour's gone. It's flown by very, very quickly. At least we dodged a bullet with Zidane. Give Ed some credit, says Jay Legend. What, a 3 times Champions League winner? You're going to say it's all because of Ronaldo? Do you think Kane has the ambition to win trophies, or is he happy being a big fish in a small pond? Says Mr. A. Well, Bayern Munich are defending awfully here. They've got a free kick though. They can finally clear the land. Bayern Munich look good when they attack, but they just can't defend. Kane or Lewandowski, says Lucas. I would go with Harry Kane, to be honest with you, yeah. Who is better, Harry Winks or Matteo Guendouzi, says Jam. I quite like them both. Dimez HD, what's my team in Ultimate Team? So I spent about 15 quid on FIFA points, which isn't very much really. It's certainly not Mum's credit card. But I got Ndembele and I got... who did I get in my packs? I got Ndembele. I mean, how many packs do you get for 15 quid? Because I opened a few. I got Ndembele, who's very good, and Joe Gomez and Ndidi and Verratti. And I sold Verratti for about 10,000, and I've got Maddison. So my team is, I still need to improve it. It's Ben Foster, Ricardo Pereira from Leicester, Joe Gomez, Eric Bailly, and Luke Shaw. My midfield is Son. Oh, side netting. I thought it was in. Gets a shot away in the box, and it's into the side netting. Midfield of I alternate it, but I've got Jorginho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ndembele, and Maddison. And then my front three is Vardy, Sarr from Watford, and Robbie Brady. So I'm sort of doing it with a couple of good players and then just cheap players that I've bought. Because obviously you earn coins every time you're playing games. So yeah, it could be a lot better. But if you watch the FIFA stream I did on today on this channel, I played somebody, Mum's Credit Card FC I call them, who basically had every PSG player. He had Cavani, Icardi, Draxler, he had a Verratti. I don't think he had Mbappe or Neymar, but it was still a very good team. And I beat him. Zayn Massey says, Mark, Dele Alli is your Pogba. Cares too much about social media and no passion. I think Pogba's way better than Dele Alli, actually. I can't imagine Dele Alli ever playing in a World Cup winning side or doing bits for Juventus. He had one good season, didn't he, Dele Alli? And then the rest of it is crap. Talk of the devil. Here he is. What's he going to do? Bet he gives the ball away. No, he won't now because he's done a pass backwards. Anyone can keep the ball if they pass backwards. Mark, do you think Bastos would be a good option for United? God no, Simon Cliff. I think he's bang average from what I've seen of him. Lewandowski feeds it into Kingsley Coman. They're in the box here. They've looked good going forward, but a good block there from Sissoko. Goes out for a throw-in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. I'm just going to check how we're doing for subscribers because it doesn't... Oh, it has updated. We're on 92,800 now. It updates every 100 subscribers. So please share. We're trying to get to 100,000, which will be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's Bayern on the attack again. Cross comes in. It's a good cross. And it's headed wide by Lewandowski. Probably might have been a foul, but it's not been given. On Vertonghen. Yeah, we're on 92,819 subscribers to be precise. So please do subscribe if you are new. Bottom right hand corner. If you are subscribed, please click the share button and share it on Twitter and Facebook. I actually think FIFA 20 gameplay is really good as well. Chucking it down with rain in Wembley. Right. 1-1. 33 minutes gone. Finding FIFA 20 on Legendary, very easy, which is a shame, says Jam. Oh, you show off. You're only saying that to wind me up. Matip is out for Liverpool tomorrow as a precaution, says Mick_. And Al098 says, stop asking about Ollie replacements. He's not going anywhere this season, which I actually agree with. I don't think he will. This isn't at Wembley. No, they don't play at Wembley now. They've got their own stadium. Bayern Munich look good going forward. Shot there from Koeman from the edge of the box, just wide, not really testing Lloris, to be honest with you. But defensively, they just don't look very good, Bayern Munich. Harry Kane is overrated, says Big Fred. I don't think he is. I think he's a very good goal scorer. I'd take him at Manchester United. Well, to be honest with you, I'd take any Kane. You know, Billy Kane. We've got Billy Zane. Who remembers him from Titanic? And Dead Calm. And what else was Billy Zane in? Didn't he play a superhero as well? Some people are like, who the hell's Billy Zane? Here's Koeman again. They're getting him into the game a lot. Cross comes in. Alderweireld heads it away. 10 minutes to half time. Do you think Leicester can get anything from Anfield on Saturday, says Ash Moore? Well, how the timing of that is absolutely apt, because I can tell you the watch along on Saturday is Liverpool versus Leicester. It's a 3 o'clock game on Saturday, so join us on here for that, which I think will be good as well, because we'll be able to keep an eye on all the other 3 o'clock kickoffs. But I think Leicester-Liverpool is the tie of the weekend. And again, I'm very, very, very pissed off that it's not televised. I mean, in all honesty, Man United Newcastle on the telly makes it easier for us as United fans, but the games are crap. It's when United played Leicester, it wasn't on the telly, and I said that was the game of the weekend. And I think Liverpool-Leicester is the game of the weekend again, and it's not on the telly. But it just shows you. Well, to be honest with you, I think Sky and BT are getting it wrong. I think, you know, some people would say, well, nobody knew Leicester were going to be any good. I think we did. I think it was very obvious Leicester were going to be good, because Leicester were good last season. So Liverpool-Leicester is going to be our watch-along, because it should have been on the bloody telly anyway. Favourite Oasis song, Mark, says Alalak Jakayar. For me, it changes a lot. It does change a lot. Dele Alli's done well there. Done very well. Took it down, gave it to Swan, switched it out wide to Aurier, who is the natural width, into Dele Alli in the box. He took a touch, laid it back. Not so good. Mark, Pogba didn't win the World Cup for France, says Zayn Miassi. Somebody might want to tell him. Somebody might want to tell him that he did win the World Cup. Would you take Koeman at United, says Illa United? Oh, 100%, yeah. We haven't got a right winger. I'd take Marcus Albrighton. Or is it Mark Albrighton? Nice little lip there. Dele Alli. Is that a foul on the edge of the box? He wanted it. Harry Kane, and then he gives the foul to Bayern Munich. Stand by me, says Roy. Nobody knows. Kartik says no United stand show today. Yes, there was. It was at 7:30. On Champions League nights, we normally do it at 7 or 7:30. So it's already been done. It's only been up about an hour, but there was a show for you. Dylan says, I can't wait for United's Champions League game. Oh, Dylan, you're hilarious. You really should start a career in comedy. You'll get loads of laughs. Nabry would be saucy at United, says Ryan Banfly. I mean, you know, I don't think Arsenal really moan about Nabry too much, because you look at what the players they've got coming through. But it's interesting that he didn't make it at Arsenal, but now he's a first teamer for Bayern. Coutinho. Ooh, eye of a needle pass there. The Alderweireld cut it out. Can you do Barcelona versus Inter Milan, says Armand Matter. I was planning to do that. I'm not 100% sure I'm doing a watch along tomorrow though. We'll see. Oh, good tackle by Alderweireld, but they've got people on the left. Nabry. Alaba with the cross, and that's a corner. Do I think Chelsea will beat Lille? Well, let's have a quick check on the scores, and I know that's tomorrow, so we're not going to know anything about that at the moment. But Fulham are beating Reading 3-0, and that's quite an interesting scoreline, because Fulham. Let me just see what happens with this corner, and Spurs have cleared it. Fulham are a mid-table team. beating Reading, who are a team looking like they're going to go down. Leeds are beating West Brom 1-0. Be a big win for Leeds if they can win that game. And it's half-time. It's 0-0 in every other game in the Championship. Let's tell you what's going on in the Premier League. Nothing, because there's no games. Let's tell you what's going on in the Champions League. I can tell you it's 1-1 in this game, because we're watching it. And 1-0 to Juventus against Leverkusen. Every other game is 0-0. A lot of 0-0s in the Championship and in Europe tonight so far. What's going on? A lot of lethargy. But here's Son pushing forward. Into Aurier, who keeps it in. And it's a terrible cross. And that's a goal kick. Dear, dear, dear me. Gnabry. That was poor. Callum Leslie lives in Reading. Nothing wrong with Reading. The office was set in Reading. The UK office. Sir Otti says, who would you like Manchester United to sign next summer? God, mate. At the moment, transfers are the last of my problems. Are they going to help us out against Newcastle, or is it Alkmaar, or Liverpool, or Norwich and Bournemouth and Chelsea away next month? Signings are irrelevant at the moment. We've got what we've got. We should have bought more in the summer. We didn't, and now we're paying the price. So, who I want in the summer, I don't really know at the moment. I'm just taking it game to game, to be honest. Nick P says, Bayern have to Poundland Chris Smalling in defence, the man who almost became our marquee defender. They do. They do. They don't. They don't. I don't think Boateng is actually playing. Good shot in there from Gnabry, palmed away by Lloris. He is. Jerome Boateng is playing. Sorry, he is. I didn't think he was. Yeah, he is crap. He's proper crap. And Bayern Munich have now... I mean, it's hard to say who's controlling this game because it was sort of Spurs for a little bit, but now it's Bayern Munich again. It's Alaba into Coutinho, to Gnabry, and now Kane. He's held on to that for way too long. You get booed for that. Now Alaba. Harry Kane making the mistake. It's The Apprentice tomorrow, says Ronnie Jones. Is that a new series? I haven't watched The Apprentice for about 3 years. It's the Bake Off tonight. I'm missing that for this. It was Slough, not Reading, says Andrew Bruce. They are quite close to each other. Gnabry into Coutinho. Don't get in, let him get off on his foot. He hit it quite well. Ooh. I think Ndembele might get a yellow card here. He has. He's whizzed through Coutinho, sliding, and it's a foul. Do a Watford versus Sheffield United watch along. Who scored, says Karita Janga. So both very good goals. You'd be well worth having a watch of them later on. Son for Spurs to make it 1-0, and then Kimmich, which was the better goal, but they were both good. Opinions on Dele Alli, John? Crap. I don't get it. I think he's bang average. Really, really crap. I'd love Son at Manchester United, Harry Shub. I can't see it. I can't see it. What do I think about Madrid's situation, says Josh Manzel? I'm going to have a quick look at it in a minute, but we've got a decent free kick position here for Bayern Munich. And By Jamzad says, if you plan on doing a watch along tomorrow, can you do it on Liverpool versus Salzburg if you really enjoy watching? I think if I was going to do it, I'd have to do Barcelona Inter. I don't think watching Liverpool smash Salzburg is the best way for a United fan to spend his Wednesday night, if I'm honest with you. I better put myself back there. But we'll see. Lewandowski on the free kick. This is the sort of area that Beckham used to bend them into the top corner. So has Lewandowski got the techers? No. It went through the wall, but it went wide. Don't know how it gets through the wall. Tia says VAR is ruining football. It hasn't ruined this game yet, to be honest with you. Ding, ding, ding. Nick P, Billy Zane under Nicole Kidman, one of my favourite scenes of all time. Nick P. I know what you're on about though. That's when Nicole Kidman was a brilliant actress, is what I was going to say. But Bayern Munich are pushing here. Oh, he went for a penalty and then he's handballed it there. What's the ref doing? That can't be a goal. That can't be a goal. That can't be a goal because it's a handball. Why are Spurs not appealing for it? He dives for the penalty, then has a tantrum and throws his hand around, hits the ball with his hand. The ref says play on. That is the most ridiculous goal you will ever see. I can't understand how that's been given. Am I the only one who spots this? Watch it back, right? He falls to the ground, doesn't get the penalty he wants. Or maybe it doesn't hit his hand, actually. It looked like it's his hand. It's a great finish by Lewandowski anyway. But I thought it hit the guy. I thought it hits the guy. He falls to the ground and he wants a penalty. And he throws his hands around in a tantrum. No, it's nowhere near his hand. It just looked like it was. Great goal by Lewandowski. It's just the angle. It's not a handball. It's 2-1 to Bayern Munich. It's a fantastic finish by Lewandowski. It's just the way he threw his hand. I thought he had done it. He's nowhere near. And to be fair, right on half-time as well. And probably they were pushing harder in the last few minutes of that half. So it's 2-1. Not a great half for Spurs. I fancied Bayern Munich to win this. And I tell you what, I'm not looking wrong at the moment, aren't I? Brilliant finish. 3 very, very good goals, in all honesty. 3 very, very good goals. And Lewandowski there, Spurs just sleeping a little bit just before half-time. And they've took the lead. They're 2-1 up. And I think it's a great finish, says Freddie Mercury. And he should know. How's your Tuesday going, Mark? Good, Timmy H. What a finish, says Dylan Hanafi. Who is Kane, says Joel Sletton. And Lever is a better player than Kane, says Bob Paddock. Spurs bang average, says Mick. And I tell you what, though, I mean, this is the problem with the Premier League, isn't it? This is why Leicester have got to really take advantage of only playing 1 game a week, because Spurs and Arsenal don't look like they're at it. Chelsea have got a weak squad and they've got to play Champions League as well. For Leicester, keep everybody fit, keep focused, 1 game a week like they did when they won the league. You're not going to win the league. You're not going to get anywhere near Leicester and City, Liverpool and City. They've got a good chance of getting top 4. I think Spurs are ridiculously inconsistent. And very, 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 very good goal from Bayern Munich. And they deserve to be in front. They do deserve to be in front. And Spurs probably need to do a little bit more. There's plenty of opportunity for Spurs in the second half. I think defensively, Bayern Munich have been really, 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 really bad. But cracking goal by Lewandowski. And, well. We are where we are. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, we're trying to get up to 93,000 subscribers tonight. It changes every 100 in the top right hand corner. You can subscribe in the bottom right hand corner. Dawud Bakula says he had been in a position for scoring you from a lot more than the rest and get the job of the... I don't know what he's on about there. I'm sorry, I had to abandon reading that. It started off incoherent and it got worse. Good game, easier to enjoy when you don't support either team, says Peter Daw. Yeah, it's a fantastic game for the neutral. That is a cliche saying, but it's very, very true. You're very, very right. You're very right. She was only 18 years old. Oh, I will not see another Batman die. I will not see another Batman die, Robin. I will not bury another Batman, Bruce Wayne. I'm trying to do Michael Caine very badly. But yeah, it is a good game to watch for the neutral. I think there'll be more goals in the second half. Where do you think Chelsea will finish in the league, Mark? Says Josh Mansell. I think for Chelsea the problem is going to be if you look at Manchester United now, we've got a lot of injuries and we don't have a very good squad. I think that could be a problem for Chelsea if they pick up injuries. They're basically playing 3 games a week, every week, and it is half time. Sorry, I should have stopped the clock. So I think for Chelsea, Chelsea are an unknown. They're an unknown, aren't they, Chelsea? But I like the vision of Lampard. I think he's come in. He's got a way he wants to play. And I think when he gets a transfer window, Chelsea will get even better. So for me, Chelsea's aim has got to be top 4. But it's going to be difficult. It will be difficult because Arsenal will keep up picking up points. And Spurs are going to be there or thereabouts. Leicester as well. So it's going to be interesting. Chong and Garner playing for the under-21s tonight, so they won't be playing on Thursday, says Conor Bellamy. Oh, he won't play the youth on. He'll play the youth at home to Astana, but he won't play them away to AZ Alkmaar because no, that's an important game that I might lose. Come on, Bayern, says Zan Miasi. Shaw or Chilwell, says Bob Paddock. I think you've got to go Chilwell, if I'm totally honest with you. Mark, if we had a clinical striker, we would be 3rd right now. United really needs to invest in January, says Abhinav. Totally agree. Totally disagree. I forgot to add the dis. I disagree. I don't think a clinical striker would make any difference to United. We don't. How many clear-cut chances have we created? A better striker might have gotten the end of some of the crosses we've put in, but I don't think it would. I don't think it would make a lot of difference. Ewan Hacken says you've missed out on the best game tonight. It's Huddersfield versus Stoke. Thank you, Ewan. And do you think Twansibi will replace Lindelof? Says Mr. Scon. I don't think he's far off. If we had a clinical, yeah, we've read that one. Abhinav. Mark, do you think Angel Gomez will become good for Manchester United? Sir Otti. I think he needs to play games. And I've read there's some drama in the Spurs dressing room. Says Gideon Kisul. If it's the same drama I've read, Gideon, that Vertonghen is not playing for Spurs because he slept with Christian Eriksen's wife, and now Christian Eriksen doesn't want to play football, and Pochettino wants to leave with him and Son to Real Madrid, I think it's a load of bollocks because Vertonghen's playing tonight. So I don't believe it. It's just a little, what do they call it? It's an old wives' tale. It's a load of bollocks. It's Man United's midfield, which is the problem, says Kelsey Gallagher 123. One striker you'd like to come to United, Mark, says Akash Matwani. I'd just like Anthony Martial to stay fit, to be honest with you. I would like Harry Kane. I think Lewandowski's a bit old now, but he still does it. But do you want to buy an old striker? If someone offered £35 million for Rashford, would you sell? Says Matt Unique. Ooh. No, I don't think I would. I think Marcus Rashford's quite similar to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Everybody might be right thinking he's crap, but I don't think I would. I still think that you've got to give him a chance. Do you miss Lukaku and Sanchez, says Dylan Hanafi? Yeah, like hemorrhoids. Roses or Quality Street, says Stephen Mack. The real questions are coming in now. It's got to be Quality Street, although I only ever eat them at Christmas. I don't know anybody who eats Quality Street or Roses any other time, apart from November and December and a bit of January when you've got some left. But yeah, definitely Quality Street for me. You know what I nearly just said then? Koeman's in. He's passed it to Lewandowski, and then I realised it's half time and it's highlights. Zayn Mayasi, Mark, why don't you ask Disney to buy United? They're the biggest entertainment company on the planet. Oh yeah, I'll phone them up. I'll just phone them up now. Giggs or Vertonghen, says Krito Django. I know what you're trying to do. Do you think Spurs can turn this around, says Lennon14? Yes, I do, because I predicted Bayern Munich would win anyway, but I do think Spurs can turn this around because it's a great goal by Kimmich. The finish is fantastic. But I do think Spurs can turn this around because I think defensively Bayern Munich are very, very poor. So yeah, I do think they could turn it around. Yeah, I can't wait to watch The Irishman. Alex, I would love somebody to tell me this. I know it's not football related, but when is the Irishman out on Netflix, and when is the Breaking Bad film out on Netflix? Just watching that Lewandowski goal again, though, it's brilliant skill on the right wing that sort of starts the move off. So But what a goal by Lewandowski. Sets it up brilliantly for the second half. Bayern defence is crap, says Marky. Yeah, it's got Jerome Boateng in it, and he wanted to sign that. Sing, we haven't done the podcast today because of the match last night, so Flex was still up in Manchester and he had to do the Flex and Rant show. So we're going to record the podcast tomorrow morning, and that will be up for you tomorrow lunchtime. So yeah, keep your ear out for that, not your eyes. Or you can keep your eyes out on Twitter because we'll share the link. Kian Marnon, you're wrong about 2020 for the Irishman. It's out next month. It might be out this month, actually. Josh Mansell thinks it's going to be a 3-3 draw. Spurs are going to be in the Europa League, says Matthew Edlin. Deepak says that October the 11th is the Breaking Bad film, which is great to see. I'm sure the Irishman's out this month, but I'm not too sure. Maddison in the January transfer window, says Krista Asperg. You've got no chance. James Banderland says Flex was at my uni as a teacher or student. And United are 17th in the Premier League when ranked according to chances created. We should have sold Pogba and bought Tonali, Bruno and Savic. That's from Vamsi Kudamola, which is a very interesting statement. Spurs have had 2 or 3 chances in the box. That is United's problem, to be honest. Don't create many chances in the box, says Jordan Such. Do you think we will get Sancho and Maddison, says Akash? I can honestly say this. As a Manchester United fan, why would you ever think we've got any chance of signing Jadon Sancho when we are nowhere near the Champions League? Why would he come to Manchester United? He didn't want to come last summer because of that. Why would he change his mind when he's going to be a better player this season than he was last season? I think he'd like to come to Manchester United, but I think if it's a choice between Manchester United and Liverpool, he'll go to Liverpool because of the Champions League. Would you take Coutinho, Mark? Says Wahid Khan. No, because he played for Liverpool. I'm a stubborn old git when it comes to that sort of thing. Nick 19919771 says, from each team, who was the best players yesterday? The players that were trying in both seem to be the young players. Says a lot about team mentality. That's a great question because I think the 2 best players yesterday for each team were McTominay for us, and I thought Guendouzi for them played really well as well. And you know, they're both, well, one's 20 and one's 22. Maddison or Fernandes, says Overboom. I would go Bruno Fernandes. I know a lot of you would go with James Maddison, to be honest with you. I know you would. You don't need to lie to me. I know you would. Anyway, just while it's half time, I'm just going to show you something. Nothing sinister. Don't worry too much. It should work. So, links in the video description for Football Index. I haven't shown you mine in ages. I'm going to show you something I haven't shown you mine in ages. I haven't shown you my Football Index portfolio in bloody ages. So how does Football Index work? Link is in the video description for this. If you like your ultimate team and all that sort of stuff, it's the football stock market where you can buy shares in real life players. So you could buy a share in Tony Cruz for £2.23, and if his price goes up, like it has done recently by 26 pence, then you make profit on it, and every player is in there. So if you like Fantasy Premier League or Ultimate Team or anything like that, you'll like this because you can buy players. You can be a short-term approach and buy and sell, or you can go long-term like me. So if you look at, let me just log in actually, I'll show you my portfolio. So my portfolio, I'm trying to sell my Ronaldo shares, but I'm currently in a profit situation of 500 quid, but I'm holding a value of 1,000. So I've got about 1,500 quid really. And I only started at Christmas with about 200 quid. So it just shows you what you can do. There are forums for this. There's all sorts of stuff. People really, really enjoy it. But the players I've made the most money on, you can see Mason Greenwood. I bought him at 3.19 a share. He's now up to 4.67 a share. He's going to keep going up and up. So that's that's the sort of good player. Bruno Fernandes, I thought he'd move in the summer and be in the Premier League, but to be honest, he's still made me a bit of profits. Marcus Rashford's made me 75 quid. God knows how. He still hold his value. 42 quid for Gomez, another player like that. I've even made a tenner off to Heath Chong. Pogba, again, another player that holds his value, and Mohamed Salah. So how do prices go up? Prices go up based on your... They go on based on news, when they're in the news. So if it's just the summer, then it's going to be transfer news. But any sort of news, that will increase their price and their performances on the pitch. So link in the video description. Give it a go. What I would say is, if you are going to play it, I'm showing you the wrong thing now. Pratt Goldbridge. If you are going to play it, I would go in with a minimum of 20 quid, because if you look at the price of the shares, if you were to buy, if you wanted to buy Mason Greenwood shares, you could get around 5 for 20 quid. So if he goes up by 20p, you're only going to make a quid on your 5 shares. So I've got 60 shares in Mason Greenwood. Some people put a couple of hundred quid in because they're that confident that they know the players that are going to go up and down. But the great thing about this is, if you do put your 20 quid in, then and the players that you buy start to lose value, you just sell the shares and buy another player. It's not like betting 20 quid that United are going to win and they lose and you lose 20 quid. With this, you're always aware of your shares. You can keep an eye on your players, who's going up and down. You can see the rises at the moment. I mean, look at the sort of players that are rising at the moment. So link in the video description for that. Give it a go, and we'll have a look at that a little bit more later on the channel. But yeah, if you like your ultimate team and your fantasy Premier League, give it a go. Give it a go. My tip, I would buy shares in Mason Greenwood. His price is going to go up and up and up and up. Buy shares in Matic, says no one. Exactly. No one is going to buy that. I think it is available in Ireland, Peter B. Just try the link. Try the link and give it a go. Kings, do you make real money off the game? Yeah, so you've got to put a real 20 quid in, and then any money you make is real money. So I've got about 1,500 quid in there from, I think I put 200 quid in last December. So, and I don't really play it as much as I should do. I really should be investing a lot more. Are you going to see the new Joker movie? Says Echo NR. Definitely. Why is Football Index available? Why isn't it available in Sweden? Says Borat. I don't know. I don't know. If you are going to play it, you've got to be over 18 though, and please do gamble responsibly, because although you won't lose your money in the sense of betting on a result, you can lose money in the shares. But just sell those shares quickly and get players who are rising up. Who's going to win, Barca or Inter? Says Luca. I don't know. Traditionally, I would say 100% Barcelona, but I think the Spanish teams are playing so poorly at the moment. It's very hard to know. It's very hard to know. No one says, I feel sorry for people who bought Lingard shares. Well, I can't believe my shares in Rashford. He's actually made me a tenner. I suppose they still think he's a young player who can do well, but then again, he's a striker, isn't he? Karita Janga says Sweden want to get involved in everything from climate change to Football Index. Fajad says FIFA 20 sucks. I actually think it's better than FIFA 19 when you actually put the work in. Would I take Belotti at United as Tywin Lannister? Probably not now. I think that ship has sailed. Have you ever been to Scotland? Says Loyal Son. No. I'd like to go to Edinburgh. I did have the opportunity when I was about 12 to go on holiday to Fort William. And the night before I bottled it and didn't want to go. I wanted to stay at home with my mates, so I did. It's a long story. I didn't stay at home on my own at 12 years of age. Mum and Dad had separated. My dad was taking us away. And I said to Mum, I don't want to go. And she said, well, you're old enough to make your own decisions. So I didn't go. Ollie in says Big Burger 3000. Well, that's what the video on the United stand was all about tonight, so go check it out. Diwan Bakwalan says Bayern is back. You've missed a word out. You've missed 2 words out. Bayern is shit at the back. 3 words, in fact. Can Spurs get back into this? Mr. Smith, have you ever considered Pro Evo? Yeah. For about 3 seconds. I like FIFA. I like the gameplay this year. I think the shooting's really realistic. I think the passing's a bit more realistic. It's a little bit more clunky, which for me makes it a little bit more realistic. Here's Son. Into Kane. Oh, Bayern will get rid of it now. Alalak says, I feel bad for your dad. Well, the year before I went to Ibiza for 2 weeks and ruined it, so he probably had a better holiday, to be honest. I was just miserable. I didn't like the holiday. On the first night of a 2-week holiday, I realised it was a shit holiday and I didn't want to be there. And there's just no way I was getting back, so I was just miserable for 2 weeks. And Ibiza's a great holiday, but when you're 11, it's not. Oh, Lloris was diving there, but it's gone wide from Tolisso. I think if Bayern get another one, it's game over. What's your opinion on Volta? Volta's a indoor. I just haven't had time to play it. I'm all for these games having loads to do, but when I had Red or Dead last year, I started playing it thinking it's going to be great, but it's basically give your life up to play it. Like, you know, get up in the morning and play 20 hours straight and rinse and repeat for 4 months. I ain't got time to do that. So I like the look of Volta, but I just don't see myself having time to play it, if I'm all honest with you. Would you recommend buying shares in Bukayo Saka on Football Index, says Joel Morris? Yes, I think they're the sort of players that have done well for me on Football Index. Even if you just, like I say, I'd always start with 20 quid because then you can buy yourself at least 5 shares. I think it's best if you could try and buy 10 shares, but at least if you start off on that and you can build out of it, test the water. And I just look at the club that you support and then you know something about that. I mean, you can go for, if you know loads about European football, then by all means go ahead and buy other players. I mean, I did it thinking about players who are going to move. But Winks should have played Son in there. But yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan or you know something about Arsenal, I mean, I saw that Saka last night. I think he's going to be a good player. So he's the perfect player to buy on Football Index because his price is going to go up and up and up. Bayern are on the attack here with Lewandowski. Good tackle by Vertonghen. Shout me out, says Alaya Games TTTV. And Dele Alli gets the shot off there, but it's straight at the keeper. What we need to do is just have a look at some contextual stuff here, actually. Can I say that? Real Madrid are bottom of their group after 2 games, which is funny. And they're only in a group Galatasaray, Club Brugge and PSG. Tottenham would be bottom of their group if they were to lose this, and Bayern Munich would be on 6 and Olympiacos would be on 4 with Tottenham on 1. So that's quite interesting to see. Juventus are winning 1-0 against Leverkusen. Atletico Madrid are winning 1-0 against Lokomotiv. City are still 0-0 with Dinamo Zagreb. To give a bit of context to that, the Man City lineup is, I don't know why I don't know what the City lineup is because they're showing me the Spurs lineup, which never helps. Anyway, let's have a look at the Championship, see if there's any scores there. Forest are losing 1-0 to Blackburn. Leeds are still beating West Brom 1-0. Middlesbrough 1-1 with Preston. And it's Stoke 0, Huddersfield 0 in what is surely the game of the night. But this game is still very much end to end. I'll be surprised if it finishes 2-1. Good run by Danny Rose. And Koeman's won it back. Past 1. Look at the pace of Koeman there. But Sissoko powerhouses his way back. See, I think that's very like FIFA 20 there. Where the winger gets away, the midfielder covers in, you've got to turn back. Koeman's gone down, clutching his leg actually. Hello Mark, says Josh Sharp. Hello Josh, please subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Not just Josh, everybody. We're trying to get to 93,000 tonight and we're still, I can tell you what we are. Felix has scored for Atletico Madrid. Looks like he's going to be an absolute superstar of the future, doesn't it? Is the very first episode of the United Stand still on YouTube, says Robert Brennan. I don't know what the oldest one is because we did take a lot of them down because it used to be called Soccer Box. So I don't know what the first episode of the United Stand is. I know when I quit the United Stand, that's still up there, and that was only in the first year. So I know that's still there. We're on 92,886, so we need 14 more to get to 92,900, and then we can do the countdown to 93,000. So please subscribe if you're new, And if you have subscribed, please share the video by clicking the share button underneath and sharing it on Twitter or Facebook. That would be great. See if we can hit 93,000. But here's Gnabry into the box. Goal. What a bloody goal. That was absolutely brilliant. Took his time, smashed it in. That's football, and that's probably going to be game over. What a finish by Gnabry. Superb. And Pochettino, the Arsenal connection is going to make it hurt even more, isn't it? They're just so good on. They're such a good team in the front three and their midfield, to be fair. But he just cuts across and smashes it in low. It's good. It's a good goal. I can't deny it. I can't deny it. It's a goal. And I don't know. Have we got any Arsenal fans in the live comments? I don't know what Arsenal fans sort of feel about Gnabry. Was he never going to be good enough? Well, that's not true, because he clearly is. Or, you know, do you just think it's one of those things? Does it disappoint you? I don't know. Maybe you could enlighten us, because to me, he looks like a decent player. I'd have him at United. I'd definitely have him at United. Then again, I'd have a lot of people at United, because our wingers are pretty shit. Apart from Dan James, who looks like being a good signing. But well, is that game over? You never know with Spurs. They've been 3-1 behind in games before, and they could still come back. But they're going to struggle, I think. And they've just not got the momentum going in this second half, have they? We're on 92,900 subscribers, by the way. This could be 4-1. Gnabry. Oh, it is. He's done it again. This is embarrassing for Spurs now. I'm changing the score more. I tell you what, the Spurs goal is swallowing more balls than Hungry Hippos. It's 4-1 and it ain't good for Spurs. Gnabry in off the post. Clinical finishing. And, oh dear, it's the Arsenal connection again. And at what point will people start to say, Poch out? And at what point will United fans start to realise he probably wouldn't be... Well, he might be better than Ollie, but he's not doing very well, is what I would say. But a lovely finish by Gnabry. Absolutely superb. You cannot deny it. It was absolutely magnificent. Two really good finishes. And that's what you want from your wide men. I thought the first finish was great. I think the second one is absolutely perfect. Lloris can hardly get a touch on it, and it goes in off the post. He does get a hand on it, but... absolutely magnificent, and you can only put your hands up and praise that sort of finishing. It's clinical, and it's 4-1. That's a message, isn't it? Champions League finalists last year getting smashed 4-1 at home, and at what point does it become embarrassing? I'll tell you what point, Goldbridge. It becomes embarrassing right now. It's absolutely embarrassing. Arsenal having to live the Champions League through ex-players, yes, but it still doesn't alter the fact that they've been very, very, very bad. And Bodak says the first video of the United stand is LVG out, Swansea beat Man United. I thought we'd done a lot more content than that, to be honest with you. But it's all Bayern Munich now. The second half. Pochettino gets a lot of criticism for not changing things, and maybe he should have changed things better. Wayne says you're very behind. I'm clearly not behind. I'm watching it on BT Sport. The YouTube stream might be behind. I'll put my hands up to that, but I'm not. 5-1 incoming, says Sahil. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 93,000 subscribers. So if you're new, bottom right hand corner, subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to it. Alex K says De Gea saves that, by the way. I don't know. Lloris does get his hand on it. He's at full stretch. It's all about your angles, isn't it? But Spurs have been very crap this second half. And Dembele. Aurier. Down injured there. I mean, you've got to ask why is... Caleb Emmanuel says, as an Arsenal fan, I'm disappointed we sold Gnabry. Yeah, I think I think we all try to be protective. If Gnabry was an ex-United player, I'd be like, oh, he was never going to be any good at United. But you see a player doing that and you think, I wish we could have got that out of him. Maybe at Arsenal he was never going to get that run of games to do that. And maybe he needed to go... Didn't he go somewhere before Bayern Munich in Germany? I forget. But free kick on the edge of the box there. Manuel Neuer saying it shouldn't be by Koeman. But Bayern Munich fans are not happy about it. Probably should have been a foul the other way, to be honest with you. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Is it a penalty? I thought it was on the edge of the box. I think I missed a penalty here. Oh, my hand's up here. I think this... I thought it was on the edge of the box. A free kick. It's not a... It is a penalty. There's connection there. What a prat. He was on loan to West Brom before Bayern, says Hakil Hall. It is a penalty. Debbie's elder said it was a dive. I thought it was in... I didn't realise it was in the box. Apologies for that. I need to get my glasses back on. Let's get the glasses back on, because it's Harry Kane taking a penalty here. 4-2, it should be. Harry Kane, don't miss these. He's only 24 years old, and it was a penalty. He definitely kicked the bottom of his foot, so it is a penalty. Jay Stickley says he kicked the bottom of his foot, so it's no penalty. I think you need to check the rules there. It's not over the line. It's not over the line, says Callum King. Look at all the people with their phones ready to film a penalty. Saddos. Anyway, Harry Kane. Oh, and Manuel Neuer went the right way, but Harry Kane puts it in to make it 4-2, and they VAR'd it and they said it's a penalty, so you can't moan about it. To be honest with you, for the Spurs haters, I'm sorry you didn't think it was a penalty, but for me, I'm just enjoying this game. I think it's absolutely superb. I mean, you can't moan about this sort of entertainment on a Tuesday night, and you get to watch Spurs versus Bayern. I'm the main entertainment. I'm only joking, but I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. You can't moan about a game like this. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Because I am. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope we've still got half an hour to go. What a game! Half an hour to go. 6 goals. Some really good players. Some really good finishing. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And to be honest, I thought it was a penalty. I must admit, I thought it was outside the box, but come see, come saw. It's 4-2. Yabba dabba do. Harry Kane is very good at penalties. Kirito Janga says, what a game this, especially after yesterday's game. Exactly. I think Arsenal as well played their part in that. I mean, I'm a United fan. I'm not bothered about Arsenal, but why did Arsenal play three CDMs and not play a Sebias or an Ozil? Because he wanted a draw. He wanted to nick a result. He didn't want to go out and win it. I think he was scared of getting caught on the break. And to be honest, I listened to the Prat in the Hat and he was not very happy, saying it was a missed opportunity. And I think it was, but it was a missed opportunity against Mourinho's United a year ago as well. So, they're not learning the lesson. I'll tell you what, if Spurs can get another goal. Harry Kane. Ooh, it's Sissoko. Give it back to Danny Rose. Good cross. Good header away by Sewell. He's massive, isn't he, that Sewell? There'll be another goal in this, don't you worry. If you were worried. Get Lucas Moura on, says Jamie Does Gaming. Yeah, I would agree with you on that, mate. I would agree with you on that. Dele Alli is shit. That should be trending. He's proper crap. How is he still on the pitch, I would say. Now, Eriksen's coming on. It's got to be for Dele Alli. We are on 92,927 subscribers. So we are, quick maths, 73 subscribers away from 93,000. So please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And if you have subscribed, just click the share button and share it on Twitter and Facebook. Zane says that, come on Bayern and long live Arsenal connection. It gets sad, doesn't it, Zane, when your club's so shit that you have to live your life through ex-players and a rivalry with your rivals because you can't do it yourself. I'm not criticising it. Well, I am. It's horrible, isn't it? But it's exactly the same as what United are doing at the moment. When you're that irrelevant, you just get bitter. But he's pulled Ndembele off. Not literally. That would be disgusting. He's put Ndembele off and he's put Eriksen on. He's kept Dele Alli on. Bayern on the attack here. Lewandowski into the box. Cut back. Oh. Good tackle. Gnabry was on a hat-trick. Thanks, Jay Sellers. Olympiacos is 1-1. That's a good result for Spurs, actually. With Red Star Belgrade, isn't it? It's 2 balls on the pitch, ref. Eriksen, he can hit that. Oh, corner ball. Good hit from the edge of the box. It was right where Eriksen wants to hit it. Sort of left-hand side, edge of the box. Swerves it. I don't think it was actually going in, but Manuel Neuer does tip it over the bar. I think it was going to hit the bar. I don't think it was actually going to dip. But what a shot. Love the content, Mark, says Paul DeLuca. Living in Australia, it's hard to find mates to watch games with in the early morning. So this is the next big thing. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Well, everybody's welcome here, mate. So good to have you wherever you're living in the world. Paul's over in Australia. Just coming up for your hot time there in Australia, isn't it? Because Christmas is hot in Australia. It's bloody. I tell you, it's not hot in here. It's not hot in the UK at the moment. I'll tell you that. This is the Eriksen shot. I don't think that was going to dip in. He tips it over the bar. I don't think it was going in. Aviation connoisseur, I do remember you asking about Macclesfield Town, yes. Matthew Braithwaite says, yo, I'm Australian too, let's go. You're a faker. Australians don't say yo, they say good day. So you've absolutely exposed yourself there to everybody. Ali is the midfield version of Rashford, says iPrestige. Or Ali is the Spurs version of Lingard. I think that's better. KA says this game's got another goal in it. I think it could be more. And Zed Jamie says he prefers winter over summer. I like the summer when it comes around. I think towards the end of it, I've had enough of it, and I'm the same with winter. I love the autumn. I love October to Christmas, and then January, February, March, I get fed up of it, and I want the summer then. But once we get to September, I don't really want any more hot days. I'm like, just get on with autumn. Pick the leaves off the trees, council, because that's what really happens. It's nothing to do with Mother Nature. I've caught them. They take them down, and take the leaves down, and then let's get some cold weather on. But here's Gnabry again. Spurs are going to have to go for it, so I think that there will be more chances definitely for Bayern Munich as well. Spurs love a comeback, says Tello Turner. Well, they've got a 2v1 here. Kimmich into Koeman. Takes the penalty. Oh, I thought that was a penalty. That could be a VAR penalty there. Koeman, absolutely. Danny Rose slides in and Koeman sort of takes the tackle for a foul. I'd like to see it on VAR because if he dived, he should have got a yellow card. Yeah, I think VAR might look at it. It's a penalty, isn't it? I think it's a penalty. Yeah, that's a penalty on VAR. What? Took his legs, KA. How is that not a bloody penalty there? He said no. Oh, VAR is broken, lads and ladies. That is a penalty. Like, it's not a dive, because this is where people don't understand. It's not a dive. If the Danny Rose momentum takes his foot into Koeman, Koeman's got every right to go down. It's a penalty. They fucked that up on VAR. Teak Dog says it's a dive, but it's not a dive because there's contact. I know he makes a meal of it, but it's still contact, and they've reviewed it and they don't want to give a penalty. But for me, I want Spurs to get back into it because I want the English team to do well. But that's a penalty. That is. Should be a penalty to Bayern Munich. Danny Rose slides through Koeman, who I will put my hands up and say Koeman waits for contact. But there is contact. He doesn't dive in thin air. He bought the penalty, says Ryan Crease. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say in a bad way. He bought the penalty. He skins Danny Rose. Danny Rose is late. There's contact there. It takes his leg. It's a penalty. How is that not a penalty? Charan Kumar says he dived late. How can you dive late? There's contact, mate. It's a definite penalty. I don't. But this is where it's getting confusing with football now, because you can say that's not a penalty on VAR. I'm sorry. VAR is just broken. Absolutely broken. I'm going to have to put a tweet out about that as well. I'll do it off my phone, so I can keep reading the live comments and not go to another browser. To be technical. Perisic is coming on for Kingsley Coman anyway. They're going to keep Nasri on, obviously, in the hope that he gets a goal. But it can't be a dive if there's contact. Making the rules up as they go along now. Subscriber counts. We are on. Let's have a quick look. 20 minutes to go here. We're on 945, so we need 55 more subscribers to hit 93,000. So please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and share the video if you have. A lot of people saying sing a song. I'm not. Who do you think I am? I'm not a bloody busker. Sing a song. I think Spurs, that penalty should have been a bit of luck to force them back into the game, but they've not really taken that momentum at all, and they need something to happen again. They can get one back, it will just make it a little bit more interesting, but I think to me, it's like they're playing with 10 men. Spurs, to be honest with you, it's a bit like they're playing with 10 men because Dele Alli is poor. He's really bad. He's terrible. And Bayern Munich are just dictating the play at the moment. Blue Tingalang says this is happening every week now. VAR refused to overrule a referee other than offside. VAR is pointless, just ref decision as before. Yeah, I'm quite surprised because the Premier League interpretation makes no sense. They basically just back the referees up. But in the Champions League, as we saw with United, PSG and stuff, they're more than happy to review stuff and run to the side of the pitch. But they seem to have stopped that now. They don't want referees running to the side of the pitch so much, and I just think it makes VAR pointless, to be honest with you. I really do. I am a Peaky Blinders fan, Arjut. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How does it feel not being in the Champions League, says Mutasal? I don't really like it. But as I said on the United stand tonight, all these people who are Ollie in, what I'm saying is, do you want to be like Leicester next year where we're only playing one game a week? I don't like the Europa League, but at least we've got 2 games a week or 3 games every week. I like football. I love Manchester United. I want to see us playing games. I would hate it if we were playing Saturday, whilst everyone else is playing midweek in Europe. I think it would just be absolutely depressing. So I would rather be in the Champions League. It's the best tournament in the world. But if we're not in the Champions League, I want to be in the Europa League. Michael Diffie, give us all a bit of Tina Turner, Mark. I'm not. Look, I know what you're trying to do, and I've got no problem with it at all. But I'm not just going to sing on demand. I'm not a dog. Is Ali Spurs version of Rashford, says Daniel White. No, Lingard. He's definitely the Spurs Jesse Lingard. Averil Sharma, you've got my attention. He says, have you read about the Neuer versus Ter Stegen thing? Bayern telling they won't send German players if Neuer doesn't get picked as first choice goalkeeper. I haven't heard about that. Take me home, United Road, says Jason M. Jake, we came so far to lose it all. Bayern and Olympiacos are going through with the way Tottenham are playing so far. Facts, says Reika Javari. Tottenham just don't play as a team, do they? They've got good players, but they just aren't playing as a team at the moment. And I think that's been a problem they've had for quite a while. Lucas Moura's on now. Dele Alli's come off, which should have happened from minute 1, to be honest with you. But I don't see Spurs getting back into this now. Well, here's Son. Good run. Nice layoff. Ericsson, add more time there. Put it over the bar. What laptop do you own, says Yusuf Ahmed. I think it's an Asus. Well, it is an Asus because it says it right in front of me, but I can't. I think it's a Rogue Gaming Asus, yeah. Very good game, says Mike Downey. It is. Dan 11, what do you think about the Derby players crashing their car? Well, they're all pissed up, aren't they, or worse? So they're a disgrace, really. They're a disgrace. They're role models, and they got absolutely, well, according to reports, they were absolutely off their trolley on alcohol and maybe other things, and then they drive cars, nearly kill themselves, could have killed innocent people, Really, they should be banned from football for the rest of the season, I think. But that won't happen, will it? But, you know, disgusting. Disgusting. Astigos Babas, thanks for the contribution. Juventus have scored, says Anil Singh. Republic of Gamers, says McCarthy. Yes, I think it is. I've had it a couple of years. I need to get a new one, actually. Winks would walk into the United midfield, says John Boy. I think you're right, John Boy. Right, if Spurs are going to get back into this game, they need a goal in the next few minutes. Then again, they've scored 2 in the last couple before, haven't they? So, Eriksson to Son. See, I actually prefer Spurs when they play this way with a little bit of width. So they've got Son wide left and Lucas Moura wide right with Kane through the middle. Good play by Son. Oh, and a bad pass to Danny Rose. Come on, Bayern, stuff this London scum, says Zayn Miasi. Hadi Mahmood says just lads being lads, to be fair. Hadi, I'm going to take that as a joke because it's not lads being lads getting absolutely off your head on alcohol and then driving cars, is it? They could have killed innocent people. They very nearly killed themselves, but they could have killed innocent people. So that's not lads being lads. It's twats being twats. Son's too good for school. It's too good for Spurs, says Lennon14. This game is over, says Illa United. It's got that feel, but you never know. You never know. And do you find Max says, I would walk into the United midfield too. Who's better, Aubameyang or Lewandowski, says Watch It. I'd prefer Aubameyang, to be honest with you, because he's quicker. And he's Premier League proven. But Lewandowski's very good. I mean, I think that would divide opinion. Love your stuff, Mark, says Barnes. Feeling better or worse after the Arsenal v United game? I don't know whether you're from Leeds, but my expectations will not be lowered. United are shit, and I thought yesterday was shit, and I think being mid-table is shit, and I think that we are playing shit, and we deserve to be where we are. So there is an acceptance that we deserve to be where we are, but I'm not accepting of what's going on at the club. But you can't be angry and frustrated every minute of every day. I'm just not very happy with the situation with United at the moment. Aubameyang's the same, the RC. Charles says Lewandowski's way better. You're deluded as always. No, it's called an opinion, mate. Will Spurs get out of the group stage, says FaZe. They're going to have to beat Red Star Belgrade twice and Olympiacos at home, and I think if they do that, they'll go through. Bayern Munich are clearly going to top the group. I wouldn't imagine Spurs will get anything in Munich either. They've played like the away team as it is. There are big similarities between Pochettino and Oli, by the way. I think Spurs create more, but both play quite frustrating football and he doesn't change it quick enough, does he? Let's see if we can hit 93,000 subscribers before full time. Please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. We're on 92,975. So we just need 25 subscribers in the last 10 minutes. So subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And if you have subscribed, share. Click the share button. Let's see if we can get some new subscribers and hit 93,000 whilst we're live. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be really nice. Red Star are going to beat Spurs, says Illa United. Do you think Lindelof should share some responsibility in the Arsenal goal since he was the only one into the space and didn't anticipate the ball, says the genius? Well, I saw the analysis of the goal that we conceded against Arsenal, where Twansebi played it a square pass to Lindelof and Lindelof missed it because it was hit a bit hard. But I saw I think Roy Keane said it. Every single defender was in a bad position. Harry Maguire's a centre-back, stood on his own touchline. Twansebi should pass it to Harry Maguire to boot it clear and never should play the pass. Lindelof shouldn't be so far forward because if he doesn't make the pass, he's left a massive hole. And Ashley Young shouldn't be so far to the right. So there was a lot of mistakes in the back four there. But ultimately, you know, yeah, Lindelof's a bit to blame. Ashley Young's probably a little bit more to blame. Here's Gnabry for a hat-trick. What a goal. What a finish. What a player. Why did Arsenal let him go? It's a brilliant ball over the top. He springs the offside trap. There's nobody going to catch him then. And the finish is absolutely magnificent. It's 3 goals for Gnabry. Hat-trick for Gnabry. What a player. What a prat for letting him go, Arsenal. Gnabry hat-trick. There you go. Oh, it's been a great game as well. But that is embarrassing for Spurs. There's no question about that. He's way better than Pepe, and they've spent how much on him? He's got such a good finish. He's got such a good finish on him, hasn't he? You never expect him to miss. But it's embarrassing for Spurs. I think 4-1 was embarrassing. I think 5-2 when you're at home and you're a Champions League finalist yourselves. It's embarrassing for them. And there's something massively, massively wrong with Spurs at the moment. I don't think they're as bad as United, but you never know what to expect with them. And I think that's the issue that their supporters have got at the moment, isn't it? You just don't know what you're getting with them. Oh, I can't change the bloody score now. Oh, here we can. Here we go. I thought I'd lost me. They're pouring out of Spurs. Not the rain. The fans. They're pouring out, not pouring down. Very good trip for the German fans and Bayern Munich, who've been absolutely superb. But what I would say is we've been spoilt tonight. We've been spoilt tonight by a very, very good game. A very good game indeed. And we've hit 93,000 subscribers as well. So that's great for us on the channel and everybody as well. Make sure you have subscribed if you're new, bottom right hand corner. But what is That's Football? It's a channel for everyone to get involved in. We do watch-alongs on here. Our next definite one is going to be Liverpool versus Leicester at 3 o'clock on Saturday. But we do FIFA 20 stuff on here. Premier League preview on here. Everybody's welcome. So, yeah, I do talk a bit about United because I'm a United fan. But we talk about everybody. And we do watch-alongs like this. So, very, very welcome, whoever you support. And I think we've picked a cracking game tonight. 7 goals. 2 really good teams. Well, Bayern Munich have been very good. Gnabry, comfortably man of the match for me. I don't think anybody can argue with that. His finishing is just absolutely fantastic. Hands down man of the match. And it seems a long time ago that Spurs actually went 1-0. And defensively terrible. Alderweireld's just made a mistake here. Rolls it into Coutinho. Into Lewandowski. It's 6-2. It's absolute annihilation. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Coutinho flicks it to Gnabry. And I tell you what, pressure is going to be put on Pochettino now. How much pressure is he going to have on him? Because this is annihilation. 6-2. You've got to feel for the guy. You've got to feel for the guy. But it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible from their point of view. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. But it's a lovely little assist by Coutinho. And again, what I would say about Bayern Munich is, alright, they have monopoly of the German league. They don't have a lot of competition. But their finishing is... I've not seen finishing like it. I ain't seen finishing like this since bloody Rambo. He's just killing them off. Killing them off. Absolutely superb finishing from Bayern Munich. From the Kimmich goal all the way through to that last one from Lewandowski, the finishing has been superb. Both of Lewandowski's goal clinical. Gnabry's as well. And they might get 7 here. Don't let him get a shot. Oh, it is. Oh, my life. This is unbelievable. It's 7-2. Gnabry. Absolutely stunning. This is annihilation. What a game we have witnessed here today. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Spurs, Spurs, Spurs. Harry Kane, well, you got caned. You've been absolutely caned. Ah. He can't believe it himself. He's got 4 goals as Serge Gnabry. But again, they just... Defensively, you've got to question Spurs defensively. It just stands off him. I don't rate Danny Rose. I've never really been a big fan of Danny Rose. I think defensively he's clueless. He's got to get a lot closer than that. Oh, what a game though. 9-goal thriller in the Champions League. This will send... I tell you what, it'll make Bayern Munich believe they can do sort of things. What I would say about Bayern Munich though, and I think we'd all say it, is that defensively they're a bit suspect, but 7-2. Madness. A madness. Bayern's finishing is just different class though, isn't it? It's absolutely magnificent. Word up. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. We've all, there's over 3,000 of us sat watching this, and I think it's been one of the better games of the early rounds of the Champions League in years. I've thoroughly enjoyed it though. When you got finishing like that, it's a joy to behold. I'd 7-2 to be a Spurs fan, says Al090. I mean, how many Arsenal fans are right there right now absolutely praying that Bayern Munich get another goal so they can go, I'd 8 to be a Spurs fan. 8-2 be a Spurs fan, sorry. But Obi-Wan's loved the game. I've loved the game. Absolutely brilliant. Please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. But yeah, Arsenal fans are begging, absolutely begging for... an 8th goal just so they can do the 8-2 thing. It could still happen. There's 2 minutes to go. Levy doesn't look happy, says Sally Devil Red. I don't think there's any likelihood of Pochettino being anywhere near the sack at Spurs, to be honest with you. Let's just have a look who Spurs are playing at the weekend, because that'll be interesting to see. They're playing Brighton away. So, that might not be the easiest game for them. You don't want to be away. But here is Bayern Munich on the attack. Lewandowski. Gets shoved to the ground by Vertonghen. And it's a free kick. Petulant. Championship scores. Oh, Forest got a draw against Blackburn Rovers. 1-1 in that one. Let's have a look. There's a late free kick here for Bayern Munich as well. Championship. 1-1 Blackburn and Forest. 1-0 to Hull against Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds beat West Brom 1-0, so they'll go top. Middlesbrough drew 1-1 with Preston. Wigan beat Birmingham 1-0. Reading lost 1-4 to Fulham. And Huddersfield won the big one against Stoke away from home. So good result for them. And in the Champions League... we've got Man City winning 1-0 against Dinamo Zagreb. Red Star Belgrade have actually beaten Olympiacos, which makes that group very interesting. Of course, Spurs have absolutely screwed themselves with goal difference if it comes down to that. Juventus are beating Leverkusen 3-0. And shot over the bar, it could have been 8-2, and it was Tolisso. Juventus beating Leverkusen 3-0. Atletico Madrid winning 2-0 against Lokomotiv Moscow. And that is that. It's finished. Spurs 2, Bayern Munich 7. An absolute demolition job for Spurs. Do a watch along for Inter versus Barcelona tomorrow night, says Rohan Goal. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. London is red, ladies and gentlemen, says Zayn Miasi. Yeah, you can't claim it as red because Bayern Munich beat Spurs, mate, and Gnabry used to play for you. You're still in the Europa League with United. Take the L. But 7-2 to Bayern Munich. What a game. Absolutely loved it. So make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Our next definite watch-along is going to be Leicester versus Liverpool or Liverpool versus Leicester on Saturday afternoon. I might do Barcelona versus Inter Milan tomorrow night. But what a game. Absolutely loved it. Thanks everyone for joining in. You're all very welcome on this channel, as you know. We'll have a bit more FIFA 20 tomorrow. I did some this afternoon if you want to go and watch that. And Football Index, link in the video description. If you want to have a go on that, you can get... it's the stock market game where you can buy your shares in football players. Let me just show you there. I'd go in with about 20 quid. Remember, you've got to be over 18 and do gamble responsibly. You can buy real life, shares in real life players and play the game and increase your stock on those players. What I would say, what I do, if you have a quick look at my portfolio, I've got players like Mason Greenwood, who I've made 190 quid on from when I bought him at 1.148 a share, and he's up to 467, and I think he's going to keep going up and up. Same with Gomez, bought him cheap, he's gone up to 244. So if you're a United fan, I'd be looking at players like that, or obviously the good players. Their price goes up on performances on the pitch and newsworthy stories. So link in the video description for that. Give it a go. But thanks everyone for watching. That has been a memorable game. We've definitely picked the right one. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you soon.